On any normal season, Manchester United up against Arsenal at Old Trafford would be normally labelled as a blockbuster fixture. But this year has a very different feel to it in a case of David versus Goliath, as second is coming up against 19th. It's from Old Trafford and it's live. Well, in years gone by, Manchester United versus Arsenal here at Old Trafford would normally be marked down as a blockbuster matchup that both sets of fans would circle at the start of a season. This, however, has a very different feel to it, as second comes up against 19th. Mikel Arteta has had a very slow start to the season, with the FA Cup and Community Shield wins seeming a lot more further away than they really would be, sitting in 19th on one solitary point ahead of Sheffield United. Manchester United, on the other hand, are in second with the best defensive record in the league, but the Champions League matchup on Tuesday night against Besiktas has taken centre stage for Coach Popovich today, as many of his top players don't even make the team at all, and many of the B team that came up against West Ham United have started with a few extra inclusions and rather surprising names. It's certainly going to be a very interesting matchup at the least. Let's have a look at the lineup. Sergio Romero retains his place in goal from the West Ham match. Timothy Vizamenzo is with Phil Jones, Marcus Rojo and Luke Shaw in the back four. Fred will play the anchor midfield with Dan James, Aaron Hill with Jesse Lingard and Alio Traore ahead of him. Mason Greenwood is playing the lone striker role today, with Ricardo Pelistri making his debut for the team on the bench. Bernard Leno starts in goal for Mikel Arteta with Ballerin, Socrates, David Luiz and Tierney. Dali Calabos is partnered with Thomas Partey and Nicolas Pepe, two new signings, with Montanelli, Mesut Ozil and Alexandre Lacazette preferred over Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, in a very interesting move there by the former Arsenal man for his Arsenal team today. Well, Lacazette is no slouch, to be fair. Probably on the same level as Aubameyang in terms of scoring talent. So, but it is a strange one. Marcus Rojo has had to clear that rather hurriedly. Nicolas Pepe and Thomas Partey signed around deadline day time. Two huge signings for Arsenal, and it is really strange to see them at the bottom of the table. It really is unusual. And headed in by Pepe, and he's run into Rojo, and it's out for a goal kick. Well, Sergio Romero did prove really capable up against West Ham United with a 3-0 win, and then went on to the international break. Manchester United, as we said, starting their Champions League journey on Tuesday night. The European champions start their campaign against Besiktas, a side that Manchester United probably expected to beat on paper. Well, this is the world of football, you never know. Aaron Hill with so many matches against many Arsenal legends and newly made legends in his time. Good header away there by Marcus Rojo. Aaron Hill really is the last of the old guard at this point. The one who's been there and done it all the longest now. The longest serving player at the club. And after him, it really is not a new boys scenario. Players like Phil Jones have been here forever, it would feel like. But definitely since the early to mid 2000s, Aaron Hill really is the last one. As Arsenal set up for another corner. Mesut Ozil getting a start today. He's been really phased out by Unai Emery and Mikel Arteta, but does get his start today. Look in this corner, Sergio Romero, not the most convincing of clearances away. Pepe chooses to keep the ball for Arsenal. Ozil will whip it in. David Luiz, and that is wide. Well, David Luiz and Willian definitely have improved this Arsenal side, you would think. This is not a side that should be sitting in 19th place. Something has gone really wrong for Mikel Arteta since the Community Shield win. They won on penalties, but it's still a win after all. The FA Cup winners as well. Manchester United over champions of Europe. It's not a golfing class, but it certainly is a difference. And Manchester United sitting in second with the best defensive league record in the league, with only 2 goals conceded, alongside I think it was Chelsea on the board with them. And Henry turning his man inside out and trying to charge into the box. Kieran Tierney does really well there to get the ball. Martinelli here has found a lot of space on the left-hand side. Going to whip it in towards Lacazette, who's going to put it in. And Arsenal, a goal in the lead against the run of play. Alexander Lacazette has given Arsenal the lead, and that could be just the boost Mikel Arteta has needed. A win against the possible champions-elect would go a long way to boosting morale here, because Arsenal have been on a downer, but that from Alexander Lacazette, brilliant cross by Martinelli. And, well, we said it was a surprise to see Lacazette picked ahead of Aubameyang, but it has paid off. Alexander Lacazette gets his first goal of the season in the 12th minute, and rather against the run of play at the start of the day, Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1. Second 0, 19th 1. And, well, we said we were in for an interesting and strange game, and I think that is a very strange fact to say 12 minutes into the first half. But Arsenal have a rather surprise lead, and Manchester United, for the first time this season, have it all to do. They've got to come from behind. Martinelli again, finding a lot of space on the left wing. Arsenal. Fosu Mensah's not really dealing with it. And here's Dan James. Greenwood couldn't get the ball there. There's another ball over the top for Arsenal. Martinelli and Tierney having a ball on the left. It's a great tackle by Marcus Rojo though. So Manchester United conceding only their 3rd goal of the season, to be fair. And it's the first time this season they've been behind. God. And Spurs, they were already 3 or 4 up. At Wolves they won by a goal to 0. At Leicester City it was 1-1, but they led. Mason Greenwood still looking for his first goal of the season. Manchester United just probably a little bit shell-shocked to be in this scenario. And Mason Greenwood, he's turned out David Luiz, and it is a response. Mason Greenwood. Arsenal have been struggling defensively. And it's another goal for Mason Greenwood in his first of the season. And that'll be just the response that Coach Popovich wants. Great pass here from Jesse Lingard. Great touch here for Greenwood. And he makes it look so easy. Well, he'd probably be usually one of the first names on the team sheet in a Manchester United shirt in recent times. So it's not really a huge surprise to see him here. You have to think that Marcus Rashford and Edison Cavani are saved for Tuesday. And Mason Greenwood has made good on his chance today. And that's his first goal of the season. And just like that, we are all square just 7 minutes after Arsenal, maybe, had a light at the end of the tunnel. But with Manchester United's striking power, you can't keep them down for long. United won, Arsenal won. Well, considering the squad that's out there today, I think Gregg Popovich would take that. He would take a draw against a team that, well, on form you wouldn't really take it. It's a great pass there from Ozil, and Lacazette has been blocked out by Rojo, and it's an Arsenal throw. Martinelli with another ball in, but it's gone over. Mason Greenwood, he makes it look easy. Bernard Leno probably a bit too far ahead of himself off his line on that one. Probably had to stay further back. Mason Greenwood just saw the pocket of space that was there and he took it. And Nuno didn't really know what he was going to do. Will Jones to Fosu Mensah. I mean, to be fair to Gregg Popovich, this is a very experienced Manchester United side for the most part. Aaron Henwood has years of experience under him, of course. Fosu Mensah has been here a while. Jesse Lingard has too. As has Phil Jones. Leo Traore has only come over just recently. Almost would get the ball in towards Mason Greenwood there. There's on to Lacazette. Well, now they're going down the other side, Arsenal. They're really favouring that ball over the top. Pepe has kept it in. He's got to keep away from Luke Shaw. And Shaw's done brilliantly, to be fair to him. That's wonderful from Luke Shaw. And now Manchester United are away. Jesse Lingard. Wonderful over the top ball to Mason Greenwood. And off he goes. Mason Greenwood. It's 2-1. Wonderful play from United. And a bit of a nanny flip there from Mason Greenwood. He's making good on his chance today, isn't he? Well, he was sent away by Jesse Lingard and then just beat everyone for pace and it was easy. Mason Greenwood has been the gem under Gregg Popovich and he's showing why here. Wonderfully worked goal. And Mason Greenwood didn't even really break a sweat. Probably in the celebration he did. But normal service has been resumed. And Manchester United now have the lead. All thanks to Mason Greenwood. Manchester United 2, Arsenal 1. Well, it seems to have been the case this season so far that no matter what Arsenal do to get a glimmer of light anywhere, it doesn't ever last too long. Aaron Henwood has a bit of an emotional attachment in this matchup, of course. This being his partner's club, that she supported. Unfortunately for her, in a way, Aaron's business will be on the pitch for 90 minutes at least. It hurts him a little bit, but he is the ever constant professional for it. Great interception. Just Lingard. And he's going to be overhit to elude Traore. And it's out for a throw. And Calibaros. And it's Pepe. There's an Ozil. Back to Pepe. Now Ozil. Now Lacazette. It's a great ball. Bellerin is offside. And it probably would have been handball against him anyway. Because it looked like it come off his hand inadvertently. Oh, he's a long way offside there, to be fair. You're sure? The strange thing about the Aaron Henwood story is that a few years ago, back in 2017, he missed the start of the season. He had an ingrowing toenail in his foot. He also had to attend his unofficial sister-in-law's wedding at the time too. Traore with the ball in. And with Luis. Oh, it's a great ball from Lacazette. It's going to end up with Pepe here. I think he hit that more out of hope than expectation. Romero's punched it clear. United have come up with it. And Dan James. Oh, Partey. Partey's got it. And he's gone past Fosu Mensah. Partey with the ball in. Rojo heads away. As far as David Luiz. He chooses to get the ball. Then he finds David Luiz. And there's Caliberos. He's running to Rojo. He's kept it. Romero has rather spilled it, to be fair, but he has kept it out. Well, Phil Jones chasing that one down, he had to. Fred. And James. Next to Greenwood. Lingard. Fred. Lingard. Arsenal at 6s and 7s at the back at the moment. Mason Greenwood tried to pull it back as far as Aaron Henwood, but David Luiz had got there. And Arsenal were just all over the place. Sliding tackles and falling over everywhere. Pepe's got a lot to do. He's going to have to do it on his own. He's cut out by Phil Jones. And it's funny that all that mess for Arsenal turned into a quick counter-attack, which Pepe obliged to do. Now we have an Arsenal corner that Carabao is going to take up at the top here. Spins in, Thomas Partey with the volley. And unfortunately, that's just Mikel Arteta's season at the moment. Arsenal on out of this game. They've definitely played some really good balls into really good positions. They just haven't really made the most of them. Jones to Marcus Rojo. Lingard to Traore. That is it. Pepe's had the beating of Luke Shaw all afternoon so far. And what was he doing? It's ended up with Carabao somehow, but what was that about? Here's Partey. Here's Lacazette. Here's Ozil. Back to Lacazette. In the box. And cut out by Fred. And away comes Jesse Lingard. And again Arsenal are all over the place. Lingard picks out Dan James. And pulls back to Aaron Henwood, who shoots a thunderbolt really. And then Greenwood forces a corner. Well, when Manchester United attack, Arsenal were just all over the place. Fred's going to take the resulting corner. They've already got a set piece taker today, not a recognised one anyway. Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes not even making the bench. Fred finds Greenwood. Luke Shaw. And Henwood, he's teeing up, isn't he? Here he comes! Oh! And referee is calling a free kick. Weirdly. Now, Fred and Aaron Henwood are over this. Now, Aaron Henwood's not really been one for set pieces in his career. But he has done a couple of kind of David Beckham-like in his career, but back in his young days. But rarely ever has he taken it. But I guess today needs must. And here he comes. Oh, it's straight at Leno. Well, not a bad effort from Aaron Henwood. He has tried a couple in his time. Well, today it really did look like Arsenal maybe have got somewhere, but once again, Lady Luck just hasn't smiled on Mikel Arteta. Mason Greenwood has really demolished the morale all over again, and it's back to square one. Manchester United 2, Arsenal 1. Welcome back to Old Trafford for the second half. This live Premier League fixture, Manchester United and Arsenal. And Manchester United really went back to normal service resumed after conceding rather early on in the 12th minute with Alexander Lacazette, but Mason Greenwood has turned this game completely around for Coach Popovich's team, and this was a 3 points that Manchester United really would take as it would side another one that would kind of show their depth this season. Martinelli is offside. Because as we said at the top of the show, it's not really Gregg Popovich's best squad today, because that has been saved for Tuesday night for the return of the Champions League. For the champions of Europe, they'll be coming up against Bazaskar in their Group A first day matchup. Henwood to Jesse Lingard. Mason Greenwood. And here is Aaron Henwood again. Still looking for his first goal of the season. He nearly got it from a free kick. well, Aaron Henwood really is the last resort at free kicks usually, but he has had to take a couple in his time. He has practiced, but he just doesn't have that Beckham-esque free kick kind of natural ability that he would love to have. A real David Beckham fan growing up. Lingard whipping it towards Greenwood. David Luiz has cleared it out for a corner. Unfortunately, Aaron Henwood never got to play with David Beckham. He joined a couple years after Beckham had left. He has come up against. He did come up against Beckham in his career though, and he played with him in some couple testimonials too. Enjoyed every second of them. Over the corner. Mason Greenwood with a header and it's hit into the ground, which makes it easy for Bernard Leno. Arsenal have a very strong back four, usually, and a very capable goalkeeper in Bernard Leno. So what's going wrong in Arsenal really is an unusual conundrum. Unai Emery couldn't get this squad going. It was very surprising that he was sacked at all, really. But I think it was probably coming, writing on the wall and all that. And this start to this season hasn't fared well for Arsenal either. And they could be staying rooted to the bottom. I don't think there has been a goal in the Sheffield United game which is taking place right now. If Sheffield United were to win that matchup, they would go 2 points above Arsenal, rooting them to the bottom of the table at the end of this matchup. Of course, if the score stays the same as it is here. That's a Greenwood, wonderful ball. Dan James. Aaron Henwood just kept running. He's up for a goal today, I guess. Martinelli. And cut out there by Marcus Rojo. And Martinelli gets it back. And Sergio Romero's got it. And Pepe doesn't really get all behind it. Great double save by Sergio Romero. He may not be able to keep a clean sheet today, but he's definitely done his job in the last two for Manchester United. Mason Greenwood spinning out his man. Jesse Lingard. Aaron Henwood is away because he is just running and covering every blade of grass again. Partey. Ali Beros. And again they go with the looping ball. And Sergio Romero has to kind of struggle to keep that in play and make that legal. Stepping outside the box would result in a free kick at worst. Well, at best maybe. Maybe worst is a penalty. Who knows? Martinelli. And he's take out Fuzu Mensah. They get the throw, Manchester United. Well, Alexander Lacazette will be making way for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And this will be interesting now. Can he spur Arsenal forward here? James. Partey. He's clouted there by Jesse Lingard. And Luke Shaw's kept up with Pepe and rather pocketed him, to be fair. It's a poor pass. Partey. Pepe. And cut out once again by Luke Shaw. He's had a good couple of games, Luke Shaw, to be fair. Not the player he once was, Luke Shaw. That leg break definitely has. Martinelli is wide and Fosu Mensah completely loses him. But definitely not the player he once was, Luke Shaw. The leg break certainly has hindered him a little bit, but he is regaining some of that form now. Rojo. Fred. Henwood. Greenwood. Wonderful. Henwood moves again. And Henwood's away. David Luiz. Oh, he's not got the ball. And penalty. David Luiz concedes a penalty. Gets a yellow card for his trouble. And another penalty for Manchester United. Well, he's all over Henwood here. Henwood does ever so well to keep the ball. And he will step up immediately to take this penalty as Gabriel Montelelli makes save for Willian. And it could be about to get much worse for United. Much worse for Arsenal, rather, as Aaron Henwood is stepping up to take this penalty kick. And he's put it over as well. What is going on with Manchester United in penalties? They just don't have the mental strength to take them at the moment. Another one that's gone skyward. So bizarre. Every penalty Manchester United can take and they've missed. It doesn't matter who takes them. It's really a mental thing with United. They just don't seem comfortable. They're not giving Arsenal a fighting chance, but it is bizarre. I mean, the penalty, again, it looked a little soft to me. Henwood did brilliantly to kind of stay on his feet, despite his lack of balance. Which has been a well-documented weakness that teams have tried to exploit, but Henwood's mental toughness more than makes up for it. And if anything, that penalty miss is just going to fire him up even more. Meanwhile, here goes Willian. Willian's going to have to go alone. He's going to put it in. And it's going to be 2-2 then. To Arsenal. They've capitalised on it. And Willian has equalised here. And, well, let's not count the chickens yet. Because Arsenal don't seem to have that good luck at the moment. Well, Willian was just, it was made too easy. There was no one in the back for you. I did real first laps of the season defensively from Manchester United. But the struggles from 12 yards are what could be harming them here. And Gregg Popovich has seen his lead evaporated. Willian's super sub. It's turned to be out to be an inspired decision. And we're all level once again in Manchester United's worst defensive game of the season now, because they hadn't conceded more than one until today. Manchester United 2, Arsenal 2. Double substitution for Manchester United as Aaron Henwood and Jan James will be making way for Nemanja Matic, and a Manchester United debut for Carlo Pellistri, the second Uruguayan to be signed in the summer window, along with Edison Cavani. Another ball over the top, and Arsenal really are exploiting those balls over the top, and they're receiving them as well. Pepe has been cut out there by Marcus Rojo. Well, if Mikel Arteta can get something out of this one, it will definitely be points gained. Calibos to Aubameyang, and he's put it over. It just will not go right for Arsenal. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Oh, he's so close. Well, if there's one thing Mikel Arteta can take from this afternoon, it is he's inflicted a little bit more pain on Manchester United's defensive record. They were the best in the league going into today, but unfortunately they've conceded 2 more goals, which is more than they have all season so far. But Mason Greenwood, Pellistri with his first touches in a Manchester United shirt, and they're wonderful. And Mason Greenwood, he's put it in. Mason Greenwood makes it 3-0, well 3-2, and he's got all 3 of them. And for Carlo Pellistri has an assist. Mason Greenwood with a Premier League hat-trick against Arsenal, and it just will not go right. Wonderful touch there by Pellistri, wonderful cross as well. That will be an assist, and somehow Mason Greenwood has squeezed it in. Wonderful control here as well against David Luiz, who is a very capable defender and a Premier League winner. And Mason Greenwood put that in, and that boy just cannot do anything wrong under Gregg Popovich. 3 goals in the league this season, all today. Premier League hat-trick for Mason Greenwood. Manchester United 3, Arsenal 2. You can't say Arsenal haven't put up a fight this afternoon though. 12 minutes to go. Arsenal will not lie down this afternoon. And you've got to give them that. Phil Jones. And Pamianga's passed him. And you received the armband from Aaron Hemwood as he went off. Fred. Mason Greenwood. Steve Lingard. Mario Traore, it's gone over. Arteta is going to take off Nicolas Pepe for Mohamed Emily. And then he's coming on. Jones, Fred, Matic, Ficalo Pelistri. He's going to whip it in again. Pelistri. He's going to go out for a throw. And Pelistri's definitely been lively since coming on. Comes out to Fred. Going to whip it in. I think Luis gets ahead of Greenwood on that one. Now, here's Aubameyang. Ozil, rather gives it away. And here is Pelistri again. He's pulling out all the tricks, Pelistri, at the moment. He's enjoying himself out there. And he's kept the ball. And he's still kept it. And somehow he's found Mason Greenwood with it. Which is United finding another gear with Pelistri on the pitch. And there's Greenwood. Partey. Riberos. Leon. Riberos has been cut out by Fosu Mensah. Matic. Greenwood. Back to Matic. They're gifting it to Pelistri at the moment. He's doing it again. Pelistri is taking Kieran Tierney for chips. Greenwood. It's forced to save for the keeper. Pelistri is making this game his own at the moment. That's not a bad attempt from Greenwood. I don't think it needed saving from Berlano, but you can never tell. It's much easier up here than it is on the pitch. And Gregg Popovich's team, since the substitutes were made, have been much better. Fred with the corner. It's a moving ball. Marcus Rojo, or Phil Jones rather. Here's wide. Well, Phil Jones on his day can be a truly phenomenal player. The only problem is he's not had a lot of those days. There's other days where he's been rather rightly criticised, let's say. And today, the defenders have not really covered themselves in glory for Manchester United, but I think it was just to get through today and focus more on the Champions League, even though, to be fair, I don't... Gregg Popovich's target really isn't the Champions League, because he's already become a winner of that, of course! That almost crept in under Ozil, didn't it? For a late equaliser. Phil Jones absolutely nowhere near him. Could have been very close to handball. The ball just loops out. Well, it's just been one of those days where nothing goes right for Arsenal. And they've had it a lot this season so far. Marcus Rojo is hobbling a little bit. He's got 6 more minutes of the game. Lingard. Leo Traore has skimmed him. And now he's away. Traore with the ball in. And Partey will clear it out for a Manchester United corner on the other side. Well, it has been a truly entertaining game, to be fair. 5 goals. 3 for Greenwood. And he will definitely take away the match ball today. This truly was a show of Popovich's resilience and his team's resilience more than anything else. As defensively, they've not had the best of games today. Sancho to Jesse Lingard. And now Fred. Oh, he's forced to save it the keeper, you know. Can Tierney keep it in? Yes, he can. Now Willian. With a few minutes left. Willian took the beating of Jones. Thoroughly. Well, Jones is not one for not trying, and then Arsenal corner down the other end. And that was all done by Tierney keeping it in. And last chance for Arsenal, perhaps. With Mesut Ozil. The goalkeeper has not come up. Ozil with the corner. And Socrates and someone he got in a tussle with his own player. Lack of communication at Arsenal. Corner. And what was that about? Socrates crashed into someone else in his own team. I think it was Partey. And what was going on there? And that's Arsenal's season at the moment. Punched out by Romero. Final seconds. Caliberas. And Fosu Mensah heads away. Tierney, and it's all over. And Manchester United take the win by 3-2. But it wasn't a lack of effort from Arsenal. But Mason Greenwood absolutely had a field day with all three of them. It wasn't the best defensive display by Coach Popovich's team, as they conceded more than one for the first time this season. But with Mason Greenwood firing on all cylinders, well, I guess the result's inevitable. They could have made it more with Aaron Henwood, but he faltered from the penalty spot, as United have done so far this season, quite a lot actually. After a truly enthralling game, more of Mikel Arteta's bad luck really has just been laid on him. He had an afternoon that has really summed up his season so far, and his teams for that matter. Manchester United 3, Arsenal 2, but not one for not of fighting, that's for sure. So let's take a look at all the weekend's fixtures and what that means for the Premier League table then. Starting at Turf Moor, Spurs this season finally seems to be coming together after another 2-0 win at Burnley. Manchester City thumping Crystal Palace by 4-1. Our coverage today was Manchester United's win over Arsenal by 3-2. West Ham United beating Leeds United by 1-0. Sheffield United beating West Brom by the same scoreline, getting their first win and points on the board of the season. Brighton of Albion and Aston Villa playing each other to a 1-1 draw, and that was the same case at Fulham and Southampton. Chelsea, though, a surprise loss against Newcastle United by 0-0, moving them up into 5th. Liverpool having champions form and champions authority. No losses or draws for Jurgen Klopp and his team yet. The champions are in an absolute roll, beating Leicester by 4-0. And finally, Everton beating Wolves beating Everton by 1-0. So Liverpool then in the table 5 out of 5, and the only side not to drop points with 15 from a possible 15. Manchester United really earning their second place today with a hard-fought win over Arsenal. Manchester City drawing level with them, but behind on goal difference. Leicester City moving into the top 4, I believe, for the first time this season at Chelsea's expense, as they continue to tumble down the table, with Newcastle and even Brighton getting ahead of them. Spurs, climbing to 7th, with Aston Villa and Wolves completing the top 10. Everton, Burnley, Southampton, Palace, Fulham, West Ham down from 11th to 16th. The big movers, Sheffield United going out of the relegation zone at the expense of West Brom. Arsenal are still ahead of Leeds, but only on 2-goal difference is keeping Mikel Arteta off the foot of the table, as Arsenal's miserable start to the season shows no sign of improving after a hard-fought loss against Manchester United and a hat-trick for Mason Greenwood.